this comes from one of our vice presidents, Brian Armenio. So Brian, if you're watching, and I know you will once this is out there, thank you for sending it to us, Brian. And this is about you, Ron, and I love it. And Brian says, there are a lot of safety experts out there. What qualities do you believe set you apart from others in your safety field?
Well, I tell you what, I'm an operator. Most of my career I've been in operations. I've been in safety the last 8 for Compass Group. So I just believe what separates me is that I understand how hard all the managers have to work, and also what we need to implement that's operationally feasible for our managers to work with.
That's great. I'm going to ask you the same question, even though Brian sent it to Ron, Hilary, but I think we have an advantage that you're with us too. So, there are a lot of district managers in the world, in North America. What makes you different?
Well, being an operator in the past for many years definitely influenced how I behave now as a district manager. I understand, how busy they are in the units, and I do my best to support what they're doing in the units and encourage them to grow and learn and focus on their strengths.
Here's another question. Again, I'll pose it to both of you. This comes from one of our fabulous team members, Lou Pinto. So Lou Pinto wants to know, how long have you been involved in your position? So Hilary, this time we'll start with you. How long have you been a district manager for Compass Group and eventually Cullinar?
Well, with Cullinar, it's been, I think, about 2.5 years already.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun, Ron.
Yeah,
Yes, it has.
it flies.
And Ron, how about you? You've been involved in many aspects. So how long you just figured it out not that long ago. So get ready, Hilary, for this one.
So I've been involved with safety, which I love, for the last 8 years of my career. Out of my 46 years in the hospitality industry, I'll be celebrating my anniversary in August.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Great.
I have 14 years with Compass Group. They've been the best of my career.
What are the most cited areas on these audits that you see? And it's what you mentioned.
Yeah, but I'm going to go a little bit beyond that. So even though we have an audit, not everything's on that audit. You call it an audit or assessment. It's the same thing, right? But basically, there are things that I think are unsafe that we have to look out for that aren't on the assessment. So for instance, one of my pet peeves is not seeing oven racks and pans and things on top of ovens, blast chillers, mobile boxes, because they can fall and hurt people, and not only on their feet, but in their forehead or in their, bang them in the eye. And also we see a lot of shelving units where things are piled high to the ceiling, and where there are sprinklers in the operations, which means that have to have an 18-inch clearance. And plus, I'm also looking to say, wow, all these inserts are piled so high, how can someone safely get up there and take them down? So I think we're overutilizing our top shelves and not really thinking about, someone trying to get something off of that shelf. In the process, also, we're breaking fire code by not having 18-inch clearance for the sprinklers.
Sure. They're real-time issues.
Oh, yeah.
And that question came from one of our fabulous team members, Jennifer Jones. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Jennifer.
I thank you for all the questions. I want to thank you, Hilary Ham, for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Hilary.
And all
Thanks
your
for having
support. Special thanks to our friend Ron for being here today.
You're quite welcome.
We appreciate it. We do see brighter days ahead. Once again, this is Matt Santarpia. This has been Round the Table with Cullinar Group, our focus on safety. We appreciate your time and support.